Welcome to the DJNTV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at DJNTV.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Could be it, Ryan.
Hey guys, welcome to Hanging Out on Monday Nights. Look at the crew we have in here. We even have people. We even have people in the wings hanging out, joining us tonight too, which is really cool. I have a question for everyone in the room, and we'll go around the room in the order that I'm seeing you on my screen. Your favorite piece of DJ equipment that you own, what is it? John, your favorite piece of DJ equipment?
It's got to be the latest, greatest controller. I currently am rolling an SZ, which is a 4-channel Pioneer board. This is my 6th since controllers came into existence. They started with CDJ hundreds, the silver ones that came in the little coffin with the DJM 300.
Right.
As the controllers get better, I think we as performers and not just jukebox music players, I think we can do more. We can control the effects. I think our levels are better, and we just feel that the gear's gotten more solid over the years. So I got to say, it's the controller.
Right on. Jay, your favorite piece of equipment that you own right now that you're using?
Welcome to St. Marriott.
Happy Easter.
I'm going to say what I said years ago, and Brian Dowdle agreed with me. The greatest piece of DJ equipment I've ever owned is my rock and roll cart. Hands down. It is about 16 or 17 years old. It has carried me to every gig I've done since I bought it.
Yeah.
And even though it sounds like an odd answer,
no, it's not at all.
It's the ability that this thing has given me. And I have moved a refrigerator with it, a couch.
Yeah.
Avoid your
I've
worry.
done that with mine.
Seriously, like literally for the money I spent for it, I genuinely believe it's the greatest piece of DJ equipment I've ever owned.
I've told this story before, but I ended up in the international terminal for Delta in Detroit. And I looked in one of the gates that no one was in at the moment, and there was nothing but rock and roller carts lined up there. So they're using them at the international terminal because
Smart
they just
move.
work. Yeah. Buddy, your favorite piece
Great
of DJ
piece.
equipment?
You know what? I'm probably going to have to say that's not bad. My van to transport all
Shut his
that
camera
gear.
off. Shut the camera off. He's going just shut it off. Shut it off. Here we go. I own a Mercedes. You don't.
Yeah.
Here we
It's
go.
just, again, it's a vehicle. Having that vehicle, having a trustworthy, separate vehicle that is only used for the business, I feel is a nice touch because, again, transporting anything to a gig, you got to have proper transportation. It's nice to have a rock and roller cart, but if you got to carry that driving down, push it down a tollway or expressway with your gear on it, 20 miles to the venue, that's gonna be a long walk with that rock and roller cart. But having something,
buddy, I'm sorry to
reliable.
interrupt. I have the IRS on the phone. They said they question if you've only used it for the job. What's that?
Oh, really?
Okay, check it out. Okay, bye-bye.
Have them talk to my my attorney.
Your bookkeepers.
Yes.
The bookkeepers are asleep right now, so
Yeah, that happens.
The rest of us are just slugging it away with a Ford Escort. Yeah, I got this Mercedes.
How about
hey,
you?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Bling bling. What about you, Brian K, Mr. Hanging Out with Boy George over the weekend?
Yeah,
I
no
saw
lie.
the
I saw that.
Yeah.
I guess my laptop is my best piece of equipment because I was struggling for the last 10 years with a laptop running Windows 7 or whatever.
Wow.
Right.
It was ready to blow up and I caught it before it did.
But you have an Alienware M16 like mine, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure of the model, but yeah, Alienware.
Yeah, I like mine. I really do. After I got it all
It's
tweaked
not
out,
as fast
really
as
like
I thought it would be, though. I guess because the videos are they take longer to load.
Windows. Windows.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Damon,
soda.
Your favorite piece of DJ gear that you own, that you use?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
The other Damon in the room.
I didn't hear you say Damon. I heard what
It's okay. Sorry.
No. I have two.
Okay.
My old school gear, my Vestex PMC 05 mixer. I love that thing. I bought it directly from the rep, straight from Japan. New school, I gotta say my Rain 1 DJ controller. I mean, I love that thing. It gives me all the functions of rotating platters that I love. So
right.
I got the thing tweaked just right.
Nice.
That's awesome. Someday when you want to step up, try Pioneer. I'm just saying, like, you want to go to the next level out of your bedroom. I'm just saying, like, professional. Just
okay, DJ Eric.
Well, you know, I get into Jay later about this shit.
Parliament Lights. My Bic lighter from 1987.
What's your favorite piece of DJ
You know what?
you own?
You know what? I could probably find that in my hold on a minute.
My kitty, caddy.
Hold on. It's
Caboodle.
not a Bic. It's not a Bic, but it's a Zippo that I don't like because I don't have flint or lighter or whatever. But that has nothing to do with DJ.
That's your favorite piece of gear?
No. Well, Jay brought up lighters, so I had a.
He distracted him. He squirreled him.
Yeah, he did. My favorite piece of equipment right now that I use is my Yamaha MGX 12U mixer.
Nice.
Is that a mic? That's a mic mixer?
Yeah.
It's an everything mixer.
Well, it's a everything mixer, really. I mean, but yeah, it's got effects. It's got, you know what I love most about this mixer is on the bottom of every pod, you can shut it on or off. It's like instant mute,
Yeah.
And it's lit up when it's on, obviously. I love my Yamaha mixer.
Sure.
There you go.
All right. There you go. I got my next question for the room.
Oh, what about you?
Oh, what about me? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I like.
You like everything.
He likes anything that's given to him to do a video with.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm a whore. That's how I do it.
Product chill.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah. I guess if I really had to think about ease of use and delivery for my clients and audience, the type of events I'm doing right now, got to be my Evolve 30Ms. They're lightweight. They're easy to set up. And
I almost said that too. Yeah.
Yeah, the 30M specifically. I like the 50s. I like a lot of different speakers, but they just make my life easy, and I think it delivers a nice product for my clients. But my next question is, what's the next piece of equipment you have your eye on, and why are you buying it? What's your motivation for buying it?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So, John, what's the next piece of gear that you got your eye on? Maybe not a specific piece of gear, but what do you want to replace and why?
I think it's time for me to replace the Show Express DMX lighting system that I'm using, because it's making me bring a laptop and you got to run a lot of extra cables. I want everything wireless. I'm looking at like a Wolf Mix,
sure,
or a Sound Switch or something that just makes it quicker. Because I mean, if it's going to be like a permanent install or someplace it's going to be for a while, then I don't care. But if it's got to be up in an hour and down in half,
sure, yeah.
It's got to be faster. I just picked up some uplights, and the kid right out of the back of his Sienna just had a battery operated Wolf Mix, and he started hitting buttons, and the lights on the ground started blinking. I'm like, oh, this is way too easy. I got to get myself some of these. So. That's it'll probably be an upgrade to the light show just to make it faster to set up.
Sure.
I like what it does. I just want it more prime efficient.
So this is an upgrade for your convenience.
Yes.
And it's also not degrading the product at all for the client at the same time. It's not it's making the clients could ultimately make the client's product better or their experience?
I can do the same show with what I have now, but it's going to save me time on the setup, and I think it's just going to be more streamlined and more efficient if it's just less to have to connect. Because you get your audio up first, and then you start putting the lights where you want them, and then you're running the cable chain and everything. You get it tested on, and it's another laptop to lug along. And I'd rather just make it a little simple.
Yeah, that's smart.
I don't always need everything in the kitchen sink. Sometimes I just want 12 lights to be on and stay on color until I want them to flash a little. And there's got to be an easier way. So that's what I'm looking at next.
Ways.
Yeah.
How about you, Jay? What's the next piece of gear you got your eye on, and why would you be picking it up?
It's funny. I'm looking at a new microphone, and I've always used Audio-Tech 3000 series, and that's what I'm using presently. And I had them last week at a wedding, and they sounded amazing. They were absolutely flawless. But I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, if I get a more expensive microphone, will it sound even better?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at the SLX-D Shure. And only because it has a trait where if it starts to lose signal, it'll adjust it in real time.
Sure. Yeah.
And that to me is just the answer to all problems.
Yeah, that's a smart thing. And microphones are a lot like guitars. They all have different tones and characteristics. And that's why whenever you see a band writer, there's a specific microphone that the vocalist wants.
But just to be able to know that right before the officiant says, I pronounce you, if it were going to cut out, the bass and the handheld will actually switch.
Pop channels, yeah.
And do it in a way that you won't get any dropout.
Sure. No, that's a nice characteristic for a microphone to have. I've had microphones that do that. I think my microphone does that now. It's cool stuff. Buddy, what do you got your eye on and why?
Actually, and again, it's part of the gear, but it's not part of the gear. Actually, my desktop computer here, my tower, looking to replace the command center here, which has most of my library. And this is where when we do Zoom meetings with customers, actually just did one tonight, going through music for their wedding in May, and proof and everything, and doing a walkthrough. So this right here is part of my business. It may not go out to gigs because, again, carrying a full tower computer out, but it's long in the tooth. It's from 2017. It was a beast. It still is a beast. But I'm looking to get a replacement for it because it's time. And the other thing also is that the one thing I always want is convenience. And that's the other part is the newer computer actually would be slightly smaller and a little easier if I need to move out of the way to get stuff behind her, because I do store a few things behind it that I don't always use, so I need to move the computer back and forth. So something a little bit lighter to move in and out, make life easier for me because I'm not a small guy, to get back there and grab what I need to grab and put it back in and make sure it's nice and neat.
Yeah. Well, I think that's smart. I mean, you work like I do. The computer that I use for gigging, I don't do anything else with it. Like nothing else. So it's good to have a computer to do all of your correspondence on, your meetings, your music organization, all that stuff. And then the gig computer just does gig stuff. It doesn't do anything else.
I have two laptops that do just for go out for gigs. That's all they do. But you need to have a command center. You need to have
I think so.
Your paperwork and stuff. And that's what this does here. So it's to me, it's part of the overall plan of how to run a business, and having that command center basically helps out tremendously.
How about you, Brian K., Mr. Hanging Out with Paul Abdul and what's over the weekend? What you eyeing up? What are you thinking would just be cool to have, and why?
Well, my main speakers, I had those nearly 20 years.
Wow.
And they still work like day one. KSC K12s.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the KC12s column speakers that came out a couple years ago, but $2,000 each is a little pricey.
Sure.
They are.
Sure.
But they sound phenomenal. And the only holding back, they're a little too tall.
Well, the good news.
Yeah.
The good news
they're a little
is
too tall for what I need.
I think they work in 2 setups, though. You can do them shorter.
Yeah, I don't want them just the speaker right on top of the sub. That looks
right.
It's only like 4 feet tall. It looks weird. They need a middle-sized column in the middle.
Your speakers that you're using right now owe you nothing.
No. I bought them used.
Yeah.
I bought them used.
Good point. Good point.
The person didn't like them. I don't know what they didn't like about them because.
Right.
They're never.
That first series
failed me.
They were great.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
K2, crap.
They're used 2-3 times a week for the last 20 years. So.
All right, Damon, you gear horny man.
Yes, I am.
What's next on your list?
Well, I'm gonna go buy a sledgehammer so I can hit the Rev 7 break it in half.
Oh, there you go. No, that's yes.
Yeah, because not a fan of the Rev 7.
I don't blame you. No quality. Hey, I don't like Bentleys or Maybachs. I know where you're coming from. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Okay. No, honestly,
Idaho.
The next piece of gear I'm looking at, I gotta justify it. I haven't quite justified it yet, but I'm actually thinking about getting the Cross 12s for personal use.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You love them.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I got 2 sets of 1200s over here, but I just want the Cross 12s just because you can do DVS and vinyl on the same thing without having to have a control box or all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be personal use. I'm not carrying them around because they're too heavy for me to carry around anymore.
Right.
If you had to and you're out light in the summer or something where vinyl might warp, you're still okay.
Exactly. But no, seriously, I'm thinking about the Cross 12s as the next piece of gear that I mean. I just got to justify it yet. I haven't quite justified it yet.
Damon is a hell of a DJ when it comes to mixing. He does what the kids call quick mixing, but he does it the old school way. He actually knows his music really well, and he's amazing to watch. He's a performance DJ for sure, and something like that would be a very, very cool thing for him to have. It would be a smart buy.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Thank you.
Not just a toy.
I'm standing on the shoulder.
It'd be cool to have.
I'd be on the shoulder with the guy with the horns. I'd be like, buy it.
You need it.
Every now and then you try to be responsible, but
yeah.
You need
this. There's some fools out there that, they can't even use their little controller they got, let alone justify something like that. But you've mastered everything you've got.
Yeah.
You use all the tools on it, so it makes sense for you. You utilize them
well.
Don't
make fun of my Newmark potty mix control.
Well, okay, speaking of your...
that's not making fun of it. I mean, I got one of those things too, man.
That's a great piece of gear for the wannabe DJ. I mean, shut up. Get into DJing, I think it's a good start.
All right, Eric, what do you need next? What's your next piece of equipment?
All right, here we go. I was
Chesterfield, an entire cotton.
Oh, God,
good bourbon too.
Why do I even come in here? Damn it!
Because you love us. That's why.
Yeah. Honestly, I've always been a QSC fan. Honestly, but I recently not recently, a few years ago, went to Evolve 30s, which it actually was 50s, then I downgraded to 30s, thinking I wasn't gaining much by the 50s. But I did go to a show recently, and I heard the Maui 11 G3s. And I was amazed at the sound. And this guy was only running one. He was doing a music bingo show. But the sound, and in fact, DJ Rich, who's in here, but he's off camera for some reason. But he has 2 of these, but he was only running one at this show. And I was like, I was amazed at the sound. Buddy, you familiar with
the Maui 5 is what Rich has.
No, he's got the 11 G3 now. The
then
white
he added that down to new because he had The fives for a long time.
I bought the Maui 11 G3s. I had 85 people playing on my music bingo show. Sorry to cut.
No,
out
you're
that,
good.
Brian.
No.
I just wanted to.
Clarification.
No,
Yep.
no, but I was amazed at the sound of these. So I can't afford these right now, obviously, but I think if I was going to get something new, I might experiment with these. But
So I mean,
anyway,
just from hearing your answer to this, Eric,
yeah.
it sounds to me like what you want to do is you want to give your clients and guests a better experience than what they're currently getting, and you feel like that might do that for you.
You know what though, Brian? What you just said, a better experience would be me as a DJ, not the sound. Really.
Would be both.
Yeah.
If you feel like the sound is better, it could be both.
Yeah. Right. I get it. Yeah.
Something that we'll talk to Rich after the show, but something else that I would definitely wonder, just based on your answer, and it's a great answer. Yeah. What's Rich running for a board? What's Rich running for files? Because you told us earlier you're using a Yamaha board for everything.
I do, yeah. I think
you're not. That would be probably like a 1/4 inch or a little plug out of the headphone jack.
XLR. Yeah.
XLR out of your computer?
Well, no, that would be an 1/8 inch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, you get sound degradation with that. If you do direct USB into,
well, you're talking into a soundboard, right?
Yeah, you're going to get better sound that way. So there's an audio chain, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not suggesting that these speakers don't sound better than what you have. I don't know. They might. But what you're telling us about your equipment right now is telling me that your audio chain has weak links in it already. So you can improve the sound of what you already have by improving the audio chain that you are currently using with the 8-inch plug out of the headphone jack into the Yamaha mixer into the speakers. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you wanted to really improve the sound experience for everybody, you could start there. And then if you still think that this would be a great buy for you, then maybe, I don't know, I'm sorry, just listening to what your answers were and making a observation.
How would I go from a MacBook into a controller?
Let's talk about that after.
USB-C. Okay, we will. Yeah.
Well, we'll discuss that. But that's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a DJ specific controller with a built-in sound card. You'll do it with USB, and it's easy peasy done. But anyway,
I need Rosemary Clooney to sound better.
Shut up, Jay.
Shut up. No. I mean, we're here to help everybody, and
no, we are, and I'm interested to see. I know controllers. They get the XLR out to the 2 speakers.
Yeah, they have that, but they also have a USB in for
different levels. Are going to have different sound cards. So you're going to go MacBook with USB cable to the controller, and different controllers, the more expensive. Technically, usually the better the sound card.
Jay taught me that, and he's right. The higher you go on the pay scale, what you buy, typically the better sound card that you end up getting.
Yeah, which is Pioneer.
No, if you still just want to go to the Yamaha,
Rain's in the game too now.
I get it.
Because they were better before they got bought, but I mean. The other thing is this. Let's all be blunt and honest about this. New show 1 or show control, whatever the new Rain all-in-one is.
Yeah, the Rain 1.
Losing their minds over it, and I understand that. Just like Rain, the Rev 7, the AZ, whatever. It's all what you put into it. You get the best gear on the planet. If you put shitty files into it,
you got to have a strong audio chain. The whole chain's got to be really good and strong.
Yeah, like every aspect of it. You're better if you have great files with a cheap controller. You'll sound better than crappy files
with a more expensive controller.
Yeah.
But if you have great files and a great controller and great speakers,
then it should all sound really tight.
It all sounds great. And you don't have to tune it right. It all sounds great.
But we're running out of time, folks. Why I can't use a controller for what I do.
Well,
I need, yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
We'll talk about it after the
fine.
show if you're interested, but I think there are
Yes,
ways that you
yeah.
can still do it. There are ways you can still
Tommy
do it.
Dorsey would sound good on Channel 1.
Oh, shut up, Jim. All right, end the show. Will you?
All right, I'll end the show.
Well,
Thank you all
sponsors.
for coming. Thank you for sharing your
sponsors.
experiences. You know what? They do it at the top of the show.
I've had it with Jay.
So I ain't doing it no
I
more.
have.
Okay.
They've been rolling the whole thing, and at the beginning of the show, we got AI going. Our sponsors are, and they're like, you know what? I ain't doing it again.
Okay.
If John wants me to do it, yell at me, and I'll do it. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
He has a beard now. Be careful.
Jay doesn't die of exposure. We'll all be.